All right, what is up, everybody? I was going through that last video, and I guess I wanted to make a separate video about. I guess it's sort of just self care in general, and just good ways to go about making sure one is um, living a reasonably healthy lifestyle, um, particularly in this case in relation to the election that is coming up. So, one moment. With that being said, I wanted to go into a bit of a topic that. One second. Okay, so no cuts here. We're gonna have it raw and unedited, unfiltered to get an authentic recording, which this is actually my first recording for this one, thankfully. The last video I did 3, so yeah. But with that being said, I want to hop on here for those who don't know. Back in, I believe, November of last year, let me double check. So back in November of last year, double checking if it will go back to that. Okay, so back to August, actually, August of last year. I was in pretty good shape, but I think I was trying to lose a little bit more weight than I had at the time. And it was something where I really just was not. I think I was just having a tough time, and I was trying to get to a certain level of fitness, and things were still closed down. For those who don't know, things were closed down, I think, until June. Wait, was that June of last year? That might have actually been June of last year. So I was actively working on exercising, and I mean, really, in some ways, I was exercising, and it ended up being where I started to just I was just doing too much, and it was pretty. It was really maybe not the best. Um, I I lost a lot of weight, and I wasn't particularly healthy. Um, so it was definitely something where it was good for losing weight, but not necessarily for having a, like, I guess, cohesive um, having like a cohesive, I don't know how to frame that, having like a good and uniform program specifically for one's being. And granted, you get out what you put in, right? So for context, I literally was just doing the food plan and the exercise, and you know, it ended up being where I ended up having pretty much not a lot of success. I mean, I think I'm a hard gainer in general, but I was pretty good for a while. It's sort of odd that I think, in particular, with physical activity and perhaps really in relation to, you know, I guess for full disclosure, well, maybe she went, yeah, maybe I won't mention that, but physical exercise, we'll just say, and physical exercise in relation to being married, which, I mean, really, I don't know how my wife would feel if I was talking about that. I try and be considerate, but anyway, we're married. We're married. We've done things. We do things. But yeah. So with that being said, it was definitely something where I was actively exercising and whatnot, and I thought, I mean, so my take, and I guess this is really just something for if anyone out there is looking for a starting point. I mean, I've definitely recommended Bully Juice, and I've recommended Knees Over Toes Guy. Knees Over Toes Guy, I haven't really been working on his stuff too much recently. I kind of do exercises in relation to his program here and there. But both two of them have exercise programs, and Bully Juice actually does have a nutrition guideline on there. So, yeah, I mean, really, y'all, like, man, that's tough. So, yeah, you know, I think it's challenging, right? Because I think, on one hand, I think that these products are actually good products, and I guess I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny because, like, I guess I can just talk about it and it doesn't really matter because it's a free country and there's free speech, that I have access to because I live here. But basically, I think the products are good, and I think for anyone that's out there maybe looking for someone that they trust, maybe you trust me, maybe you are trusting me in terms of giving advice. And to circle back around, I'm definitely painting the exercise. So to touch back on the video I posted before, for everyone that's out there like anxiety ridden and maybe looking for a like a specific way to handle that anxiety and go about really what's the word, just really like dealing with that in a healthy way, that outside of really what I believe is like prayer, because not everyone is a believer on here that I'm sure that's going to watch the channel. Outside of praying to God through Christ, by the Holy Spirit, I really just believe if one even, I think of the verse, seek and you shall find, knock and it will be open, the door will be open to you, da 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 da, and the whole nine with just being able, like, there's an ability to find solutions that you need. It might not be I think people might not find the best solution, so I think if I'm a trusted voice, I'm hoping that it is a solution that will help you all. And really, I think it's just something that I want to submit to the audience on here as a means of, better health in at least one category, so that hopefully the other categories can follow suit. Because I think while we can tackle all categories, it's not necessarily always that way, or that's not always necessarily where people are at that moment. So with that being said, I definitely think exercise and nutrition are key. I've kept up on eating pretty much like a carb and a protein. Granted, it's usually like beans or some kind of legume, because my wife consumes vegan food. Basically, that's her food lifestyle of choice. So with that being said, I still keep up on the Nitro Nutrition program, and I'll probably have to throw some disclaimer on here or put it in the video at some point, that this is something that I do get paid off of. It is an affiliate link, and yeah, so I guess I am technically sponsored, and I am affiliated with this company. It has gone through some changes, and I'm revisiting it in order to, just see how it goes. It seems like it's better positioned, and I'm willing to give it a chance in hopes that it is a better situation, just because some things just felt off before, and I don't know, there's a certain atmosphere that I wasn't particularly fond of at that time. So yeah, but continuing on with that, there's a free assessment, and mind you too, I think also I have the mentality just to really do my best to be as transparent with my heart as possible, is that I am, I'm in the mentality that I've posted enough content where, it, like, people, like, y'all, like, if you're really rocking with me and y'all are really trying to support this, not trying to be money grubbing or anything, but the, and even, maybe even if it's like resource, maybe like feel free to hit me up if it's like resource and you're like, hey, what do you need, or something like that. Great, feel free to hit me up with that. And then also to my mentality, and I think my heart behind it really is, there's a verse that goes, do not muzzle the mouth of an ox as it treads the field, because like if and the metaphor within that, and there's layers surely, but the metaphor within that is like, if someone's doing work or putting out good work, and that that work is, as I said, good, that person ought to be supported by those out there that are benefiting from that particular work. And obviously I'm not looking for money in particular. I mean, how the business is set up, there's if you are looking for a business opportunity, you can come on as a business partner. I benefit off of that. Or if you are looking for a product and you're looking for some way to get some sort of health bump, then there's that. Along with that, there's also the whole premise with, if you want to donate and provide to charity, that there's also that as an option. So there's a whole slew of things, and you can feel free to hit me up in the comments as well, or hit me up on one of the social media handles, and yeah, definitely willing to chop it up, and see how we can help each other and build each other up. for good works and all that. So yeah, but I did update the link tree. It is now updated to have the free health assessment, and then it also has the actual site that I have as a business partner with the company, and then lastly, it also has it has like a join me in helping people with their health and wellness journey. If you are looking to partner, also on the health and wellness product site, there are options to go about donating potato packs to particular efforts that the company goes about and organizes. So yeah, and yeah, where else was I going with that? So yeah, I think that's about it. But I just want to put that out there because I think it's one of those things where that's a holistic thing, where having good food, good nutrition, and then also having like good health and fitness wellness habits, like walking and exercising regularly, that's also helpful in this whole process. And then also along with that, just being able to really, start working on one thing so that you're, I think, so that one can be accelerating or, being more than a conqueror, right? In the world. Like, I think having the elements of good health in even at least one capacity, right, will help trickle into other things. So yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty of studies that talk about like how people that are physically healthier actually are better with money, and when people are better with money, then they're more likely to be generous, and then the cycle goes on, and things are better all around. Like, there's more resource being circulated to everyone in the world that like needs it, and people are able to live their life in surely in a more fulfilling way, hopefully, right? But yeah, I think that's going to be it. I would love to hear from you all. I know I shouted out the new subscribers. There's 1 to 6 of you that are new subscribers. I'm still figuring out analytics and stuff on here. But views went up, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, it looks like, I don't know. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we jumped to okay, it was 1 new subscriber. We lost someone in October, and then we got someone back in this last week. So that's pretty fun. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really about the subscriber count, but really the impact on you all. That's something I've been trying to do my best to keep in mind. So yeah, but much love to y'all, peace, and take care. All right.